Today we're going to cook some locally grown asparagus, which is popular at this time of the year in Britain. And surprisingly, I found out the other day, a lot of people don't know how to cook it. So I thought I'd show you how to make it on the big green egg. Probably my favourite way of cooking it. It's really quick, really simple, and I hope you enjoy it. So here we go. The ingredients are really simple. You want a nice bit of salt. I like Maldon salt, but kosher salt or whatever other sea salt you can get. Some asparagus and some olive oil. Simply get your asparagus. Some people like to chop the bottoms off because the bottoms of the stems can be a little bit tougher. But this is so fresh that I tend to cook it on and then chop it off if you need to at the end. So just lay your asparagus out. Try and get the tips so they're roughly in alignment, like that. Get your olive oil. Give it a good old dosing all the way over. There you go. And this is just really to get the salt to stick, and it cooks it nicely as well. Go, get it out of the way. And then with the salt, just sprinkle it over the top. Be quite liberal. Get a good generous portion of salt over the top. All adds to the flavour. And then you want to get your grill really, really hot. So mine's currently at about 500 Fahrenheit or 250 Celsius. But that's really scorching. Then simply pop the asparagus onto the barbecue, bit by bit. I tend to find going against the grill is the best way, or the lines of the grill. It just stops it dropping through. I tend to cook the asparagus with the big green egg open, really just because it means that the heat really comes up and it fires up the coals nicely. But you can close it down if you want as well. It doesn't really make a huge difference. You can see we've already got some nice char marks coming. So you want to cook the asparagus for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you want to keep turning it, and make sure you turn it regularly because it will burn quite quickly. If the grill starts to get a little bit too hot, just close the lid down. It will bring the heat down, take the flames out of it. So the trick here when you're cooking a lot of asparagus is as you start to get the ones cooking in the middle, just move those to the outside so you can avoid getting too burnt. These are probably a bit overdone. And you're really just looking for a bit of a char mark across it, but they also go a little bit limp. One of the things I quite like to do is wrap a bit of Parma ham around it or a bit of bacon. Just makes a really cool starter. Good finger food. It doesn't take a lot to cook the asparagus. You can usually get it done in a few minutes. So once cooked, you can see the asparagus has just a little bit of give in it, where before it was a little bit firmer. Now, let's give it a go. That's nice. And that really is all that there is to it. So like I say, experiment, pop a little bit of bacon or Parma ham around the outside, or just have it natural. Another thing that works really well is if you poach some eggs, melt down a little bit of butter, dip the asparagus tips into the butter, dip it into the yolk of the egg. Brilliant breakfast, especially when you throw in a little bit of melon in there. Lovely jubbly.